Hi, welcome to today's workout. It's all going to be lower body focused with some core mixed in. We'll be warming up from the get-go with our hips. So take up all your space and start right here at air squats. Now I don't know what time of day it is for you, but if it's first thing in the morning, your body's probably still just waking up. So we're going to start by building up heat. Maybe you've been sitting around and your hips are feeling a little bit stiff. So awesome for us just to take time to warm up around the hips. Good, and then turn this into a march. We'll bring up for those high knees. You can already start to see how your core stabilizes as you come into that hip flexion. Help keeping everything secure. The brace is important, and when I talk about bracing, I just mean this slight lift. Use your wall, reach, hold, open up the hips. Now we're not trying to bring unintentional tension to our core when we have a brace. We're just looking that the activation is coming in to play to help keep the back protected. So the work doesn't go to the back, it's shared with the back and the front. So it's that whole core. Switch sides. Good, turn it into hip openers. Open up the knee, roll it out. You can decide how big of a range motion that you're trying to work, but today we are doing sumo deadlift. So getting a little bit wider in that roll, reverse your roll, will help prep the body for the big lift. Other side, open it up, reverse it. That's a wider stance for sumo, so get those hips ready. We'll come back to the top with a little more oomph in the squats. Get the heat going. And into high knees. Good, and we'll add a little bit of a lunge here just to open up the back hip. Giving love to each side. Perfect. First move, and for each move, we're going to do 4 sets, and we'll do 8 reps. So it's not going to be timed, it's going to be more about how much you can do. So find that weight, that happy weight for our first one, sumo deadlift. When I come into a deadlift, I take for a sumo stance, take my feet wide, weights out in front. And though we're going to start here, we're going to not worry about coming down, but I want you to set up here. Heels in, toes out. Hinge at your hips, booty back, that low core bracing, and then you press through your feet and find the lift. So we'll do that for 8 times. Good, 2. And 1. Awesome. I've got my bench here, so if you have couch or chair, you're going to set yourself up on an edge. Okay, with that, position yourself about the mid-back on your whatever prop you have. Take your weight with you on your hips. Lower down, lock in, shimmy into that bra strap area, and we're going for the dip. Press 8 right here. This is glute max, so you can do a lot of weight here if you so choose, because that is the biggest muscle. You've got halfway, and 1. Good, it's that squeeze at the top that gives you the oomph. Good, from here, take 2 weights, Find a step in your house, or you can do it with no step. But we're going to try to work our glutes from this angle. So, 2 weights in hand, props aside. You're stepping up, lunge it down. Tap, down. 8 on each side. Watch the stability of the front leg. Drop into the lunge. Emphasis is in the top leg. You hit your 8 and switch. If you're working with, if you'd like to work with a barbell in your workout, you're welcome to. Prop your shoulders. Good, complete your 8, step off, and come back to your heavier weight, the single weight. Bring it onto your chest. So we've got a lot of moving parts for this workout. Work with it. Now you know the flow. Heels in, toes out, drop low. I'll step back. Going for that wide goblet squat. Again, this is totally at your pace. Do your 8. If you need to slow it down and work through it slower, faster, you're welcome. Okay, next move, come onto the bench. Rock your elbows back. Bring up your knees. Called an ab scooper because you're scooping and moving through, okay? But find that the low core is doing it, not the hip flexors, not the back, but your low core. And do your 8 there. You're getting the lift through here, and I love that it's a scoop because then you can get this like pull through here. Okay, and what we're trying not to do is push through there. And I'm assuming we're gonna be done with that now. Side plank is our next move. You can go for a light weight here or no weight. Side plank, 8 here. So you're lifting through the hips, stacked through the shoulders. Rotate, tap through, and open. Rotate, open. Okay, then you'll have to hit the 8 on the other side. Look at that spread of the hands, stack your shoulders, wrap, and extend. You can see how the core has to stabilize. That rotation, it connects with the upper abdominals. How your scapula, your shoulder blade, is stabilizing on your back. Do your 8. Come back to the top. All right, that was round 1. So let's go back for the deadlifts. Whichever weight you're working with, stay there, maintain, neutralize, heels in, toes out. Drop down, bring it up. The drive through your heels. Movement is happening through your hamstrings and booty. Just like a regular deadlift, but you're getting a little bit of a different angle to work like the full muscle. Mind that you count. Good, and wrapping up your 8, your pace. Okay, from here, take it into the hip thruster. Walk it on back. Lock in, shimmy down, feet in place. Here we go, dip, and the squeeze at the top. Personally, keeping a little lift through the head helps me not teeter-totter too much, but keep the emphasis through the glute max. Now, I'll be honest, I talk through these things, and so if we hit our 8, we're breathing, we're transitioning, and here we go. On to the next one. Weights aside. Or the switch for your weights into your lunge. Find your step. Shoulders neutral. I'm gonna move my weight so I don't hit it. Good, step it up, step it back. Check your balance. The slow lower. Plant the full foot. You can see it as I get tired, start to lose the form. Stay with it. Good. Moving back to the abs. Weights aside. Okay, so the scoop, 8 here. If I were to modify, it's always bringing one foot down, right? Because I can still feel it in my low abs. Of course, upper abs are helping, but emphasizing work in the low abs. Now round up those 8. And we move to the next one, side plank. Hit your side plank. Weight or no weight. Scoop it around and up. Now you can see how I've chosen to modify, planting that back foot. Rotate. We gotta let that thoracic spine rotate, or you can come onto the bottom knee. Good, work those 8 on each side. Connect with your breath. Lift through that top hip. Rotate around the shoulder. Do your 8. And we go back to the top. Sumo squat. Okay. Here we go. It's good to reset. Neutral position. Low belly in, drop, drive through. My leg bones externally rotate. My pelvis tips. Good. From here, right back to the thruster. Locked in. Shimmy down. I'm sure you all have your ways for getting there. Mine's the shimmy. 1. Feel it. 3. Hold that last one. And lower. Good. Weights in 2 hands. Step comes back. Here we go. 1. Woo, wobbly. Steady. Locked in. Good. Goblet squat. Single weight. You either get counting version or talking. 2 and 1. Good. Ab scooper. Okay, right on the edge. Lean back. Find that scoop. Now use the legs to create the scoop. Single leg works if you know how to activate. Suck it in. Of course, not really sucking in is this pull. The abdominals corset and lift into the scoop. Your 8. Good. Side plank. Eight on each side. Notice the shoulder on the back of your body. If you want to feel it the whole time, you can. Stabilizing, staying on your back. Good. Hit your 8. Switch sides. You might notice a difference one side to the other. We often have those subtle imbalances. But I'm just putting a hand on my scapula. And maybe for you, you're not reaching the scapula, but you're reaching your rib cage. And you can feel contraction around your ribs. 8, one more round, okay? Here we go. Sumo squats with the deadlift. That wide stance. Neutral, lower, and drive. Good. Hip thrusters. Hip drops. Extend. Fabulous. Steppers. Let's get them. If you want to shake things up and alternate, you go for it. You're counting, 8 on each side. Getting tired, wrap it up. Good. Back to our goblet squat. Move my step aside. Here we go. And 8. Good. You gotta love when you get a count. Okay, here we go, ab scoops. This is the last one, so really, let's focus our efforts, okay? Hands back. Start to feel that curvature. Get the lift. Welcome to stay here or the scooping motion. Drop and bring it in. It's nice if you have the ab control, that motion, because it opens up through the hips and gives your low abs that chance to scoop. 3, 2, I'm assuming you're done. 1. Here we go. Last move, we did it, rock on. 8 here. Again, we're finding our modification if we want it. Knee can come down. Rotate here. Knee can stay up. Your back leg can come back. And that's just a fun little fancy move. Do your 8 here. Find stability when you do it. Shoulder blade glides. Then you switch to your other 8. Ta-da! Take your position. So we're just thinking crown lengthened, pelvis long through the tail, and then we're twisting around the pole because our spine, though it doesn't operate like a pole, we're still spinning around that pole. So wrap up the 8, and then give yourself a pat on the back, because that's all of it. Right on. Way to work hard, you guys. From here, we cranked through it. We're gonna go ahead, take time to do some mobility work, okay? All right, so inhale, reach your hands high. And exhale, drop into your wide squat. Take it side to side. Inhale up. Good, and then side bend to your right. To your left. Catch your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders. Open up your chest. Good. And then drop your chest, let your hands lift. Lower your hands down, bend your right knee, bend your left. Drop your hands through, turn your heels in, roll and stack. Back into the wide squat. Good, reaching over to your side, you're gonna get more. Keeping the hands open. You get some length through your side body, but some control here. And then the other side. You can see how your upper abs come in to help find that length and stability. Center, hands in the middle, reach high. Forward folds. Bend your right knee this time, hold. So you're lengthening through your adductor but working through your back body. Lift your chest and remember the ab scoopers. Feel that? Now push through that outside leg. Just push slow, slow. And then drive the other one into a bend. Good, find the scoop, the length. Even if I'm kind of looking at you in the camera, I want this to be long. Just lift here. Push through the foot, push, 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 push. Slowly, you can feel how those muscles activate. Hinge forward. Let your head hang, shake it, yes. And no. Roll up through the spine. Reach high. Good, catch behind your back. Roll the shoulders again. Awesome. Catch your back leg. Use the wall if you'd like. And open up through the quad. Now thinking the pelvis is going to be neutral, we're remembering what that scoop feels like. It's a tilt of the pelvis. And then you draw your knee back. Starting from a neutral pelvis position or even slightly brought forward is able to get more pull through the quad. Okay? Of course, the more you want, the more you can guide it back. Switch sides. So line myself back up, hips forward, knee back. Good. Okay, shake out the arms. You can come onto your bench, cross right over left, and a figure four. Hinge forward, and you're going to get that figure four shape. Pull through the back side of the body. Bring your knee towards your chest, kind of cradle it. Roll down. Continue to hold there and see how that has changed for you. Like more hamstring perhaps, now that you've got the separation between right and left. Then rotate your knee into your chest. If you're not getting a lot through the hip opening on the left side, get to the edge, lengthen out. That will stretch your hip flexor. This division. Go ahead and switch. Start with the psoas on the other side. Hip flexor through the right leg. And then cradle. So you rotate your knee out. Give some external rotation around. So the hip, the femur and the hip is gonna roll out to that side. And so everything connected that we're putting leverage on here will get a nice stretch. So it might emphasize in different areas from one to the next. Find that if I angle my knee right, I get a little bit of the adductor. Okay, and then bring that knee in the center. Reverse your roll. Let your knee pull you up. Cross over. Get back on your bench or chair. Ottoman, maybe. Maybe you're on an ottoman. Now you're getting that outside, so some glute medius max. Come on up. Okay, hopefully you've enjoyed doing some unwinding after such a big workout. From here, take it easy, let those muscles recoup, and then hit it hard next time. Thank you.